Hi, hello. All right. Let's see. Sound is working. The music is working. Well, I think we're good to start. All right. So I'm just gonna set up my phone so I can see what you are saying. If someone's saying something. Let's see. Stream. Hi, Leonid. How's it going? Is the sounds good? I've been changing it. Yesterday was an awful stream. Like nothing was working. All good? Perfect. Do you hear the music well? All right. So today what we're gonna do, we're gonna do galette, like frangipane galette or king's cake for the English. Hi, how's it going? Oh, nice to see you, Brian. Good, good, and you? So we're gonna do the frangipane galette. So for this recipe, first we're gonna have to do the puff pastry. It's gonna be the hard part of the recipe. But we're gonna use an easy technique. So usually for the puff pastry, we're gonna do like some turns by putting the butter in the middle. But you know, butter tend to melt quite easily. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna incorporate the butter directly in the dough first. So like this, we can start rolling with the piece of butter in the dough, and we're gonna do our layers of butter and dough like that. So to start, I'm gonna start cutting my butter. So I said I need 300 grams. That should be enough. Let's see. Here we have 330 grams with the aluminium, so that should be enough. Even do like that, so sure that we have the right quantity. Here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of a tiny bit of it, like 20 grams. Because here I have 318. Well, should be enough. Like, should be good. Even having a tiny bit more, it's not gonna kill the recipe for 20 grams. So first, I'm going to cut my butter in small squares. So like this, we're gonna be able to incorporate it. Yeah, so yesterday I did my live and I was 30 minutes late because my sound wasn't working. Probably because of the what's called, like, it's like a Microsoft thing who never works. It never works. But well, so that thing was making my sound not working. So I was 30 minutes late. Then the camera died at some point because of the battery, because I was 30 minutes late. I used like a lot of battery for nothing. So I ended up stopping the stream after an hour and a half because the sound didn't work. And without sound, you don't really have a stream. Here we go. We cut our butter in small pieces. We're probably gonna need that one later. We'll just clean it quickly. I have another one. So what we're gonna do is we're going to rub the robot. You can do it by hand too if you want. This is the flour for later. We're gonna put our flour and all the butter directly inside. I never used this recipe for a galette, so we'll see if it works well. But it's supposed to be way easier like that. And I'm going to grab a paddle. For me, it's a K for the Kenwood. So I'm gonna start mixing my flour and my butter, but the point is not to like how to say it, you do not want to incorporate your butter and your flour together. So we're just gonna turn it a tiny bit. That sounds good. And then we're gonna add all salt and water. So the salt, about 8 grams. That should be enough. All salt and all water directly. So we're gonna make a dough basically with the butter, like with chunk of butter. Good. Gonna stop this for a tiny bit. We're gonna grab the rest of the flour we stuck in the bottom and on the edges. And we're gonna keep mixing just for a tiny bit. It sounds good. So now that we have this dough with like piece of butter in there, what we are going to do, we're gonna put some flour on it, get rid of everything on the paddle. Here we go. All right. Then up, we are going to put some flour on there, free the space a bit. Don't have that much space. I have more space in the area, but I can't really put the camera behind there. It's annoying, but it should be enough space. Put up the phone. I'm gonna flour everything, put a bit of flour on there. And so we have that nice dough with pieces of butter. Oh. Up. We're gonna start rolling that dough. So, to do it, first we're gonna give him like a squarey form so we can work better with it. And we need this to be at least 3 times the length. So this is like that. We need it like around there. If it's a bit smaller, it's okay. When you're gonna roll your dough, it's really important to, or how would I say that? It is really important to keep the butter cold. If you don't keep your butter cold, it's gonna start melting and you're gonna have like butter everywhere. So you really need to go nice on your butter. If you feel like the butter start melting, you put it in the fridge or in the freezer for a bit and you do something else. So here we go. We roll the dough like that. What we can do is we can roll all the way like that. You turn it. So we don't roll only on the same side. We keep rolling. Always put a good amount of flour for this recipe. Because for the moment the butter is not really like incorporated inside the dough. So it can get really like sticky. So here we go. I'm gonna be able to do a first turn. So when we have like all dough, like with about 3 times the length we started with, we're gonna fold it. So there's 2 ways to fold it. We're gonna see the 2 today. So this is the simple turn. We're gonna fold like an envelope. We fold and we refold. And when we like that, we're just gonna grab the dough and turn it just 90 degrees. So we need to have like the edges here. You see like the feuille, like the I don't know what you call that, the layers in front of you. So when we're like this, up, you can start doing it again. So we keep up. We put a bunch of flour under because I say it can attach a lot. Hi. What happened? One of my things started. Why? I think I don't see. I have a new flower, Belle Pete. Oh. Hello. And welcome. So today we are making some frangipane galette, or king's cake in English. So I'm doing my dough right now. So I'm doing like the layers and stuff. So I just fold it once for the moment. And we're gonna fold it again real soon. You see, we start not seeing the butter anymore. Here, we're gonna fold it again. So I said there's 2 techniques, like the simple turn, and there's the double turn that I like to call complicated turn. So what we do, we're gonna bring it to the middle here. If we see that we have too much flour, you can brush the flour away if you have a tiny brush. If not, it should be okay. Just better at the taste when you don't add too much flour, and we can reuse all that flour in here. We're gonna do the same way. We're gonna try to have it really in the middle like that. Good. Put the flour away and fold it like that. So that's a double turn. I'm just checking if the chat is working, because every now and then it stops working, and when people send me messages, I don't see anything. All right, we're gonna turn it again like 90 degrees. We're gonna do one more turn. A simple one. So here, although it's quite nice. And then we roll. Here we have 4 times the length we started with. Here we can see that the butter disappeared. Quite nice and squared. I'm gonna check on Twitch just in case. So sometimes the chat doesn't work, I don't know why. So let's see. Looks to work, perfect. All right, so we're gonna keep rolling. Keep rolling, keep rolling. You see me rolling, how they say in the song? You are 4 times the length. So usually it's easier on the end than at the beginning because the butter is more like incorporated. You know, like it goes like in those really small layers. Here we can use the flour that we brush away so we don't waste the flour. So hopefully, if this galette is a succeed, I found an association who wants my food. I'm gonna go meet them on Saturday. So this weekend I'm gonna go meet them, and we'll see if we can work together or not. I'm gonna bring them the galette and some other dessert that I'm gonna make tomorrow, and hopefully it's gonna work because yeah, I have too many desserts home recently. It's catastrophe. Here we go. And we're gonna do one more simple turn. So all we said, we fold it like an envelope. Brush the flour. And here we go. Like this, easily we have a nice puff pastry. Oh, I'm glad it went well. Because it's the second time I tried that technique. The first time I tried it, it was for Saint Honoré for my mom's birthday. And you know, you need to do like the base of the Saint Honoré with feuilletage, with like puff pastry. And I was like, well, I'm gonna try that recipe. And it worked quite well. So we're gonna put that on the plate. There's a tiny bit of flour on it, so it's not gonna stick to the plate. And we're gonna put that in the fridge for later. So we're gonna clean up that mess now. It is quite messy. Go. So next part, we're gonna do some custard cream. Some custard cream, in French we call it crème pâtissière. I don't know, I was going to do an accent. Crème pâtissière. So it should be quite easy to do. Yesterday I struggled because I used some maïzena with like a French brand. I don't know if you have that in other country, but I used maïzena and it makes my dough like super elastic. You see those non-Nickelodeon fluid stuff that people like to play with? It was almost like that. No joke. So it was good in taste, but the texture was awful. So today, instead of using the maïzena, we're just gonna use flour, like the classic recipe. Up, gonna finish cleaning that. Good, and we don't need this either anymore. So, we're gonna make our custard. So for custard, I'm maybe gonna finish to clean that up a bit. I do need something to clean. Just going in the bathroom for a bit to grab a towel. Even when I'm not on camera, you can hear me now. I think that's funny. Here we go. Clean up. Always work with a clean space, because if you don't work with a clean space, you don't do great. Trust me. All right, so we're gonna do our custard. For our custard, we're gonna need flour. We are going to need sugar. And we are going to need some milk and 1 egg. And I'm gonna grab some vanilla. Here we go. That's some Seychelles vanilla, like someone brought me. It smells really good. Smells really good. Then if you hear me, I almost use all your vanilla you brought me. I need more soon. I think I have like one left, I think. So, for the recipe, we're just gonna add the milk in our pot. We're gonna put our vanilla, so like this, it can infuse with the vanilla taste. Like the milk is gonna infuse with the vanilla in there. You just add it at the end, it's not gonna be as good. And we're gonna start boiling it. Just leave it on 5 for the moment. So after, we're gonna grab our eggs, our flour, and our sugar. And we're gonna mix it in another pot. Where did I put my whisk? Here they are. We're gonna put them in another pot. We're gonna crack our egg. We're gonna add our sugar, mix it, and then we're gonna add our flour. This is giving that kind of paste. Here, all yellow. Mix it well. Here we go. And we're gonna put this a bit warmer. I'm gonna put my butter out because we're gonna need butter for our next recipe. It's gonna be the what do I call it? The almond cream. So basically what we're gonna do, we're gonna do our custard, we're gonna do our almond cream, and we're gonna mix them together. So usually you put 1/3 of custard and the rest of almond cream. So 1/3, 2/3. Now I'm just waiting for that to boil. And when this is gonna boil, I'm just gonna pour this milk in there, just for a tiny bit. And I'm gonna pour everything back in there. Because if you pour this directly in there, it's gonna do an omelette. And trust me, you don't want an omelette. So I haven't weighed my ingredient for the what's called. I haven't weighed my ingredient for the where is it? For the almond cream, because I just figured out I put 500 grams of butter, 500 grams of sugar, 500 grams of eggs, and 500 grams of almond powder, and I was like 2 kilos of almond cream. It's probably gonna be too much. So we're not gonna do that much. So here, we see my milk is boiling. We're just gonna add a tiny bit in there. Good. We're gonna put our milk a bit lower. I'm gonna put it on 4 in there. Mix here. Don't you boil on me, you. And we're gonna add this in there. Mix. Grab the overflow with the Maries, try to go quick, and we're gonna mix till we get the right texture. And go on 4 here. So here you need it to be like dense, but not super dense. You don't need like a paste. You need it just to be like, how would I call it? Just like a cream, just like custard cream, or you would find in a pain au chocolat, not a pain au chocolat, in an eclair, or like or like feeling for a donut or something, you know. Here, we almost having a nice dough in there. Usually, oh, I said yesterday, we usually put like we usually let it boil for a minute, so we sure our cream is sterilized and we won't have like problem with like bacteria and stuff. So here we keep gonna mix a tiny bit. You know, when it's boiling, that means 100 degree. So at 100 degree, almost everything could be in there is dead. I could boil you in there for at 100 degree. I don't think you'd be happy about it. So here, it looks much better than the one yesterday. So don't let it sit in your pot because the bottom can still burn. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a small pot here and we're gonna put this in the fridge while we are doing the other cream. Here, I'm gonna grab that and I'm gonna put all our custard in there. Let it sit in the fridge. Usually more you put surfaces, faster it's gonna cool. Like if you just leave it in the pot for like an hour in your fridge, it's still gonna be warm. If you put it like flat, I don't really have something to put it flat right now, but if you put it flat in your fridge, well, it's gonna cool down in like 20 minutes. Let's try it though. Good. It's much better than the one I did yesterday. Good. Oh. Always tiny pleasure in life, like eating some custard cream. Out of the whisk. It's good. All right, just gonna clean my hands. So now we're gonna just put this in the fridge. We're gonna let it cool down for a bit. And now we're gonna do not really buttercream, but almost. So for the almond cream, what we're gonna do, we're gonna soften butter. So I said I was going to do like 500, 500, 500, 500. I think we're gonna go on 300. And if I don't have enough, I'll make more after for the rest of the dough. So let's do it like that. So let's grab a pot. We're gonna melt some butter. Gonna melt some butter here. So I said 300 grams. Here we have 250. 300 grams. And here we're just gonna cut nice because they put the stuff for like around 50 grams. So that should be enough. There we go. Maybe it's a good idea, I think, to put the rest of the ingredients. So, the rest of the ingredients. We need eggs, 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Always clean your hand after using the eggs. That's what they were telling me in pastry class, because the eggs come from the butt of the chicken. Really romantic, I know. There we go. So, what we're gonna do? We're gonna cut our butter first. I said I wanted to weight my ingredient first, so let's do that. So I said I need my eggs, then I need sugar and almond powder. So the almond powder, that's gonna be the issue of the recipe. I couldn't find almond powder, probably because it's Gallette season. So what I did is I grabbed some almonds and I mixed them. But well, it looks okay. It's not as good as almond powder, so we're gonna use that today. So we said 300 grams. It would be better with just almond powder. Usually they have them at the grocery store and they have the big bags, like because like people are like doing like those Moroccan pastry, so you need a lot of almond in there. Usually they have them at the grocery store, but today, I did my groceries 2 days ago. 2 days ago, nothing, like nothing. It's crazy. Oh, here, we're gonna melt that. And we set the sugar. The 300 grams of sugar in the bowl. Here we go. And we'll be good. We wait everything we needed. Maybe we're gonna do a simple syrup for while the galette is cooking. I like to top the galette after it's cooked. So here, what did I say? It's been a long time since I did almond cream. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna start mixing our eggs, sugar, and almonds. Always, when you do a recipe, break your eggs first. Because like this, you can break the white and the yolk. The white and the yolk, I sound Scottish, maybe Australian. And the yolk, so you can so you're sure that you're gonna be able to mix it. It happens to me when I was like still in pastry class, that like I put like my eggs, like probably like 30 eggs in like few liters of cream. Well, good luck after to break the yellow, so I got scolded at it. But it was funny. It happened to me once. Never again. Never again. I think I lost a shell. Yes, right here. Go. Here we go. We're gonna get rid of all of that in the hand because we manipulate the eggs. We're gonna grab all this and break those eggs. Mix them well. We're gonna add the sugar. So in French, the almond cream, we call that a temps pour temps. That means we use like the same amount of everything. Same amount of almond cream, of almond cream, the same amount of almond, butter, sugar. There we go. Yeah, I know my mix of almond isn't that great. Hopefully I can find almond powder next time because I mix them, but when I mix them, make them like stuck together. I made a paste more than powder. So I stopped because I was scared it was going to give me like just like a almost like a like a Nutella paste or something like that. So here, now I'm gonna clean my other whisk because I'm gonna need it. For the butter, so we're gonna make what it's called beurre pommade. So the beurre pommade is just like basically not melted butter, like soft butter. You call that soft butter, I think, in English. It's like soft butter, but like basically you melt your butter, but with by keeping the emulsion. You don't kill the emulsion; it's just melted butter. Like in pastries in France, you always have like in some pastry you always have like a piece of butter like lying down. So they can have soft butter whatever they want. They do here. Oh, so we're gonna cut the butter. Also, yesterday with the camera stopped working. Now you have a plan B. The camera stopped working this time. I'm gonna grab my computer and do it that way. Like just put the computer in front of me. Would work better. So here we are cutting our butter in small pieces. Or square. That butter I bought too is like bad. Like I'm just cutting it. It's releasing water. Crazy. I don't know why. It's a problem. Like maybe I took like too bad quality butter. Thought it was good butter, but I guess it was a bad quality butter. Wasn't the cheapest though. Yes, it'll melt well. So I'm going to put all my butter in the pot. And then we are going to start like melting it. So to melt it, there's two ways. Either you do it in the microwave. So like you put your butter in the microwave, you leave it like for a few seconds in there, and you start like whisking it with the whisk. Or you do it in the pot. We're gonna do it in the pot today. So I'm gonna put my pot on low. I'm gonna start working the butter by like smooshing it in the bottom. And we're gonna do this till it starts melting, and when it starts melting, I'm gonna whisk it. Usually what we do, you know, like here, oh, it's a bit warm. I'm gonna wait a tiny bit. Just warm up the thing, and we work with the warmth of the bottom, because you know, butter melts quite easily. It has a low fusion. So I start whisking it till I have soft butter. You see how butter is releasing so much water, it's crazy. Next time, I'm not gonna get that one. Up, we're gonna put it back on there. For a tiny bit. You really need to look like cream. Take a bigger pot. Always say that I should have taken a bigger pot. The warm, no. See, the butter is shitty. Like releasing water. How am I supposed to keep an emulsion? When it doesn't keep the emulsion by itself? That should be enough. It's warm in the bottom. It's releasing so much water. Starts looking like what I want. But damn. Damn. I warm in the bottom. No, it's not in the bottom. See, you see now, it starts looking like a cream, you see? Like creamy. I'm gonna keep mixing. So like there's no chunk of butter. So that's the stuff with the induction. It starts being warm and cold quite quick. You need to adapt. So here we go. Finally. Like the butter has a better emulsion now than it had before. Than before I did this. So we don't need this anymore. We're gonna grab a Mary's and we're gonna add everything in there. Here. Add the mixture to the butter. Also, I need to add this in there. Oh, I think we're gonna add this in there too. Here we're gonna just add a tiny bit. Mix well. And we're gonna add the rest. And I'm gonna leave that in the fridge till we need it. Here we go. And here we have a nice almond cream. You see, like we do have like an emulsion, looks like a cream, or it's just a bummer that we have like chunk of almonds, but well, we can't have everything. So I'm gonna preheat my oven 240. So 240, 230. It would be 446 Fahrenheit. This in the fridge till we need it. Free that space. Now we're gonna roll dough again. So basically now what we want to do is we want to have like two circles. A small one and a slightly bigger one. I'm gonna clean just a tiny bit here. There we go. Drying it because with the flour it's gonna be annoying. So, on you go here. I'm gonna flour here. I'm going to put my dough on there like a book. You know, you always want to have it like a book so you can open it like a book when you roll. That's a good technique to remember. And we're gonna roll. So maybe I do need something. Let me see. I'm gonna move the camera a bit. I need to go to my secret closet. We're going to need this. Put it back well. So we are going to roll. Gonna maybe give a bit more length here. But it's gonna be outside. So what are we gonna do? Roll that way. Go like, yeah, like less than half centimeters. Rolling. Tiny bit of flour. Here we can roll it that way. So we can put some flour under and unroll it that way. So we change sides. It helps the dough to not like get damaged too much, etc. I'll put here. We're gonna go almost all the way till the end of the work here, I think. Some flour, and you feel like it starts stinking up. You know, you should always like, and more when you begin at baking, you should like always look if it's sticking. Because when it's sticky, after you're gonna struggle to really make your dough. So here, of a good length, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do one big one, I think, and few small ones. So here, we're gonna do that one like that. Up, let's go till the edge here. And we're gonna do another one slightly bigger or slightly smaller. How big do we want it? Slightly bigger, slightly bigger. So here we're gonna grab a small knife and I'm gonna cut all the way around. Good. It seems good. Add a paper, a baking paper. if I can unwrap it. Good. Go. I need to find some papers or like the size of my trail because they tend to like to be the one I found. Like that one, for example. So that's going to be the bottom. Here we go. And we're gonna do our top. Also for the top, we need it probably a centimeter more around it. Like something like that. Let's say. Just gonna try to stay always a centimeter around. Not really good at circles, but that should be good. And we're gonna cut. Good. So we have our top and our bottom here. What we're gonna do now? We rolled our stuff. So we're gonna grab our creams. And we're gonna mix them. We are going to mix them. I need a bigger pot for that. This we're gonna need it later. This, and I'm just gonna clean that one. Right. This one is broken now, like it broke yesterday. So hopefully it's not gonna let me go again. We're gonna put our custard in there. Go. And we are going to put our cream in there too. And we're gonna mix the two of them together to get like a frangipane. Up. We don't need this anymore. And we're gonna mix the two of them to get a nice frangipane cream. Here we have a nice cream. Maybe we're gonna leave it in the fridge for a bit before starting. And during that time, we're gonna prepare all more ones. Go together. So for the small ones, we're gonna grab the small things. I think I'm gonna have large enough of my cream. So we can probably do probably two, I'd say. Maybe what we're going to do up here, and two bottom ones here. Gonna do one bigger one here. Maybe I don't have enough to make more than that. Two. Not gonna waste all that dough. Fold it. These are gonna look ugly, but at least we're gonna use them. I'll do a tiny turn here. Almost done. Here, and we're gonna roll. Here we go. We're gonna do another big one here. And we can do another small one and another big one. I think that should be enough. Small one. We can maybe do one more. Let's try it out. Three. Here. There we go. There we go. Let's try that dough. Whatever. Good. So I'm maybe gonna make a pie with this tonight. So, our cream. You feel like maybe I didn't put enough custard in there. All right. So, is the microphone still working? Yes, it is. So, how much did I put? I put 1200, and here I have about 400. Yeah, it's maybe a bit too low, but well, we'll see. So here, we're gonna fill our galette in there. I'm gonna spike down place. We are going to grab a pumping bag. You can do it with a spoon also if you want to. You don't have pumping bag. I'm almost out of pumping bags, so I can't even find them. Ah, here they are. I'm really low of pumping bags, so oh, I'm gonna grab a pumping bag, and we just need to put the cream in there. We don't need to put a head or anything. We maybe gonna do this too. Oh, you see, those got stuck. Way too long, probably. My stuff is a bit too warm. Can I save that one too? Yes. So, as I said, we're just gonna put the cream in there. What do I have to put the cream in there? Have a big spoon. Put up one here. Perfect. So we're gonna grab our cream, or frangipane cream. Right. Very good. It is really, really good. We're gonna try on the small one. We'll see if it's not too liquidy. Looks quite liquidy. Not able to cut it either. You just cut you. Thank you. All right. Touch here. It seems quite liquid. Well, hopefully it's gonna work. Good. I think I made way too much cream. It's good. If I have time, I'm just gonna keep that and remake some so I can bring more galette to the people I see. So I'm gonna put this on top. I'll make them a tiny bit too big. Maybe what I'm gonna do. Those we're not gonna put them with this one. Gonna move them last minute. So here, grab that one. Roll. We put it on top. And so the technique here first, we have, it's a bit too long. So we're gonna cut the edges. You can have a nice and round galette. Well, this up to close. Let's get this here. Well, I'm gonna have like some space. So what I did with the circle there, I just like closed the galette. So I just like closed it by like using the edges here. So I'm sure that it's not gonna open in the oven. You're not gonna have stuff everywhere. I do the same with the small one. So for those small ones, I'm gonna try to move them because it's gonna get stuck, I feel like. And we don't want that. Here. Go. Go. One, probably not. And here we go. The same thing with those here. Just gonna like cut it there. Close the galette well, and we get rid of the other mounts. Go. We're gonna put some egg wash on them. And oh, pencil. Oh, pencil. This I'm gonna keep it in the fridge for now. You can use it for later. Maybe I'll try to make some other ones with that. Not gonna be as pretty, but well, at least the dough don't go to waste. Can you move it over to see better? What do you want to see better? The galette? Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Here. So we have a galette here. Not super nice and round, but should be okay. So I'm gonna put some egg wash on them. Just hope that my cream is not gonna get like too liquidy. We'll see how it goes. After, we're gonna decorate it. Here we go. And with the back of the knife, let's see. I'm gonna look at some Gallette pattern. To those. Gonna go by the center and do some like arc circles on them. You know what are the other patterns are doing? Or here, so I'm making a flower. So here, do this, we do this, and we're gonna do some flowers. I haven't done it in a while, so hopefully it's gonna look good. What do they have other pattern? Let's see. Or just like the squarey thing here, and we just do some nice square on it. What are the other one? There's that one here. So just do here 2 lines, and then here like that, like that, that way again. And we're gonna do a big one. So for the big one, I put it too much on the edge here. Hopefully it's not gonna be a problem. Maybe let's do that. Because I wanted to put them like close by, like to fit everything in there. But it wasn't a great idea. So what are we gonna do? We're just gonna add a piece of paper there and cut the edge. We're gonna keep that one. Oh, for the last one. Usually when I do the decorations like that, I use the back of the knife. So like you don't cut on it. So let's see, what other pattern can we do? Some people doing like massive flowers. Let's try that. So let's do a X like that. Do it again. And so after we're gonna do our flowers. And one more here. There we go. And now we do our tiny spray. So this is better with some other material, but I don't have it. So we do with what we have. Here and here, we're just gonna do some small things like that. And we see how it goes. And so before you cook them, it's good to always like pick them a tiny bit, because if not, the air is gonna like go, it's not, the hair is not gonna go out from the burner, so it's gonna do some complication, we'll say. All right, now we gonna put them in the oven and we'll see. Their destiny is done. I haven't done that in a while, so hopefully it's gonna look great. I cut that edge here because I feel like it's gonna bother me in the oven. Here we go. Well, now it's in the oven. So, maybe we could try to do like some cakes with those. Maybe we can do. Let's see. Let's use the dough we have left to do other things while this is baking. They have a lot of dough left. Like like the problem with those kind of cream, like those kind of recipe, that it leaves a lot of dough left. Gonna put that in the fridge for the moment. Like he leaves a lot of dough. So let's see. Let's clean this a bit. Try to do like some tiny, like maybe like tiny almond pie. Sounds a good idea. Is the leftover. We're just gonna roll the rest of our dough. Put a timer. Here, we're gonna start with 25 minutes for the small ones. Because if I keep like doing it, it's gonna give me like some kind of pâte brisée, so it'd be good, I guess. That's the smart thing. We are going to grab those two bits. And we're gonna grab all small one like that. Can I do some with that? Some tiny like pies or something. We'll see what it does. Have one more. 1, 2. Here we can do 2 of them here. A bit that this is cooling down. Hmm. Not able to separate them. There we go. Paper with earlier. So let's get around. Oh, here, gonna put our dough in there. Okay, the stuff like rising up. Big up. The big one doesn't rise up as well though. Don't know why. Here, gonna re-roll it again. I think we'll be done with that pole dough. We work too much right now. Start feeling it like getting weaker. And folded too much. It's been folded too much. Maybe what I can do here, here, here. Have some tiny bit more dough, so maybe I can do 2 more. Is that? Let's start rising. Here we go. I do 2 last ones. That's just bonus, you know, like the leftover of my dough that I'm gonna do. So we're not throwing it away. On my tiny galette. Pretty cute. You look cute, really cute. Hmm. And here we go. Oh, we are going to fill them. Rest of that. Maybe we're gonna grab another pouch because we are doing to fill that one up. And refill this. So let's grab another pumping bag. Where did I put them again? Right there. And so we're gonna fill those, like they're gonna be like kind of like leftover galette. Gonna give like some kind of like blanc, I guess. That'll be my guess. There we go. We're gonna them. I don't think I need that much to fill them up. Be large enough. I don't know why the guy, those scissors don't want to cut. Friends for those. We're gonna fill them till I guess almost up there. Guess I could have used a spoon too. Use the spoon to finish that one. Yeah, looks good. What they're gonna look like. I think they're gonna be good. All right, this is almost done. So I said like about 35 to 40. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna turn off the oven and let them cook for a tiny bit like that. So they're gonna keep cooking with the oven off, but at least they're not gonna burn. And we'll put those after in there. This, we don't need it anymore. I made a lot of those. So maybe, let's see what I do with that. Yeah, I keep it, I do something with it tomorrow. Oh, I'm gonna clean up a bit because start getting messy in there. And I don't like when my kitchen's messy. We're almost at the end of the stream. We're just gonna wait for the galette to be baked. We see what they look like. They look okay. Don't look as good as I was expecting. The small ones are cute though, but the big one, meh, didn't raise as much. Go, goes away. This goes away. I guess I know probably why my cream is a bit liquid, because the fact I didn't have like the almond like really well ground. I guess he made it like a bit more liquidy. They absorb a bit less water than they should have. Probably why. But what? I couldn't find any almond powder, so I did it with what I had. Right, my dishwasher's full. Got enough stuff in there. I'm going to start it so this I can empty it later. I eat those. Good. This, we're gonna put it in a small Tupperware for tomorrow. Dry. So tomorrow we're gonna do like multiple desserts. We're gonna do some meringue because we're gonna have some white egg from the creme brulee, because in the creme brulee we only use the the yellow of the egg. So we're gonna like do, yes, some creme brulee, meringue, and panna cotta. Grab a big Tupperware so we can use that tomorrow. Be a shame it goes to waste. It's good though. All right. We're gonna look at those galettes. Oh, there it is for the big one. I like to see the pattern a bit more. And there it is for the small ones. Oh, the small ones are so cute though. They're really like round, nice. Hmm. So they are all small ones. Is it quite nice? The big one, I'm a bit more disappointed. Like it didn't raise as much as expected, but it does look okay. Here we go. Maybe I did do one too many fold for Gallette. Well, we'll try next time. Maybe we'll do another one next week with another taste. And I'm gonna put those in the oven, and those you'll see them on Instagram probably. $180 for like what, 20 minutes first. So that's gonna be the end of the stream. What you can do for the galette, if you want them to be like prettier after, but you can make like some simple syrup. So you just grab sugar and water, you boil it, and after you grab your pencil, and you just like top them with it. They would look like more shiny and prettier. So hopefully I see you tomorrow, and have a good night. Bye.